I believe I'm live. Okay. Time to tweet about it and tell everyone in the Discord. Time to charge my phone. Okay. I don't expect anyone to be immediately viewing. I realize I'm talking to no one. But I don't want dead air. Just in case anyone wants to watch it. Like, standalone. Just getting a bunch of things in order. I know you might say, why didn't you get it in order beforehand? And I say, shut up. Okay. Alright. I'll just pull up the Audacity, why not? As you could see, last time I left off on 8 minutes, and now I'm at an hour and some time. Yep. Finished Champion Mountains arc. Let's share. Copy. Tell the Discord. Streaming again. If I don't know what to say, if anyone's interested. Which you're all busy, gentle people. So, no pressure. Control V. Paste. Okay. Now, let's tweet about it. Let's go into tweeting about it. Stream editing the podcast again. Join or not, up to you. And later, when I get to a point where I am really straining myself from editing, I'm going to tweet again about the trivia. Everyone, there's going to be a trivia sometime late March. Win 10 to $150 per right question about the podcast. I know this is YouTube, so that'll be like 0.1 of a person will see this. But yeah, let's get editing. Hey. Dead air, dead air, dead air. Okay. Oh no. My cats. Whatever you're doing, do it away from me. Okay, I'm gonna close the door. Oh, it's too bad. He gave me a sad look. Okay, let's get editing. Liptis. So leading into Liptis, you guys went to the forest where I'll tell you about this part where the bandits. Let's insert Cinder here. And Cinder came in. Yeah, I could move this right here. No, I'll leave it. So right here, I'm explaining, if I remember correctly, that I messaged Will and he didn't see it. I was trying to posture that these bandits were not to be messed with. And they were messed with when Will had this trump card sending us messages. You guys went to the forest where I'll tell you about this part where the bandits came and were like, "Hey, what's up?" And Cinder came in and attempted to take on dozens of bandits and gave you guys the confidence to want to try to take on dozens of bandits. When in reality, I messaged Will like 10 minutes before, and I was like, by the way, these bandits, they're scared of people in Liptus or something like that. And it got ignored.
Oh
And
my
so he
god.
just came in.
Nice.
I don't think I mentioned it on the podcast I recorded with Will. I should have. I think I might have. Whatever. Kill everyone. He probably had the confidence of me because his character's being introduced. He's probably like, oh, Justin is probably going to be like, oh, and then a dragon swoops in or something. But no, it was on his shoulders.
See,
Man, I gotta say, I really editing I don't like that much. Oh, I'm supposed to text. My girlfriend, my beautiful girlfriend, when I started streaming. The 20 Effect Podcasts YouTube. Great. We don't come up immediately. Maybe if I scroll down 50 times, I might see something. Down, way down. Fuck it. I hate this. I look up on my YouTube app. Insulted by Google. Alright, here we go. Nope. I didn't say okay, Google. Nope. Stop it. Cool. Alright. It's going to say that I'm viewing. I'm going to get my hopes up that someone's viewing, but it's really just me. Texting. I doubt she's going to join, but here's hoping. It was on his shoulders.
see, if that was me in the DM position, I would have killed him. I would have definitely killed him, and then later on been like, "Why the fuck would you do that?"
Do I want to include that? Is that a slight at Will, or is it just how tough of a DM Brian is?
Like,
But
this world has common sense. You know that, right? Like, you do know
Yeah.
what exists here. Like, I would have been concerned.
I went through the trouble of saying these guys have good, weapons. I'm gonna cut it. I feel like we're really dancing on his grave here. I'm sure he has an explanation.
Yeah, but I'm a tree, so
So sounds like we're mocking him. We're not. Here's something. Why do you guys just let? Especially with this right here. Love you, Will.
I killed it.
Why do you guys just let Cinder follow you? Because Cinder just started following you, and you guys were, out of game. I get it, but in game, you're just like, okay, just letting Cinder sleep around us. And how do you feel? Your characters feel about that?
At first, Ash has an absolute hard-on.
The reason why I laugh so hard at this stuff is because It's been like. Hey, let me check the file when we recorded this. That doesn't seem right. Damn it. Properties. February 7th. Almost a month. So I don't remember like any of this.
Hard on.
Oh yeah.
Because she's just this fire woman.
I mean, that's the main reason I started.
Ah.
Was because I was like, oh shit, like Ashwing Man me, it's my turn. But at the same time, I was just, like, I was like, if Ash is fine with it, I don't care, because at the moment, I don't care about life. So, and my character was
Sure.
super depressed, so I didn't really care who was following us to be.
I think I talked to Will about this. Tagging's it.
So I didn't really care who was following us, to be honest, as long as they didn't try to fuck with me.
And then you guys all went to Liptus. You guys went to the sacred spot where Peg came and told you. Spot where Peg came and told you to come to the cathedral because you were recognized by one of the... Really mumbly because I did not have my Monster. I always have Monster. I'm addicted to caffeine. I will freely admit that. Cathedral, because you were recognized by one of the clerics. You guys went to the cathedral, where you were named King Nino, but on the outside, at the same time, something was bubbling with ash, where UFO came up and was, come meet me at night.
Yeah,
And,
I had no idea who the fuck that was at first.
That was good. Expect you to, but there is a slight moment which I kept in the podcast where apparently you keep notes as to who everyone is, and when you asked to spell UFO, you're like, is it UFO like UFO? And I was like, oh. I thought you might connect the dots.
No.
That's funny.
Damn. Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Is it ever going to come back?
That's good.
Is it ever going to come back up again too? Like, well, I mean, you're not
No, I never mentioned it.
So we're never going to have aliens as a thing again.
Well, they all died, didn't they? Give me ideas. Oh, well, if the people want aliens, maybe.
And
Well, I'm currently writing the second to last episode.
never going to have aliens as a thing again.
Well, they all died, didn't they? Maybe.
Yeah, that's true. I did absolutely
Yes.
genocide all of them. Ash is now considered committed mass genocide twice.
True, I've only done it once.
You know, now it's good that he's turning a new leaf. You know, he's turning back from his old ways and well,
Hey, but I'm currently on my new leaf, and I committed that mass genocide. See, but I'm currently on my
ways and well,
See, but I'm currently on my new leaf, and I committed that mass genocide.
right.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see. We'll see. Sorry, third time's a
And,
charm, right?
Huh?
I said third time's a charm, right?
Maybe I'll have to change my fucking class again.
I said third time's a charm, right?
Maybe I'll have to change my fucking class.
Watch how it sounds like he didn't say I said.
We'll see. Third time's a charm, right?
Maybe
Whoa,
I'll have to change my
editing.
fucking class again. I don't know. Maybe that's what I'll do this time. Huh, Justin? Huh?
Sure.
He said sure. He said, I'm quoting. I'm
Why
looking
would
at
you
shit.
want to? Nino's so fucking good now.
I am now a sorcerer.
Yeah.
No, I could still, I don't know, like a new warlock path or something. I don't know.
Anyway, you are now king.
Yes.
Ash, hey, someone wants to meet me, and you guys all party for quite a bit. Speaking of king, I'm very, very surprised that you did not abuse your king powers. You could have literally everyone's pants in the whole town, and they would have done it.
Well,
He was
again,
mega depressed though.
yeah, you me at a
Yeah.
depressed time. I would have made
Maybe.
them give me every single drip of milk. That's what I would have done.
That is also true. Yeah.
That was
That's
the
true.
route to take. I couldn't do it because I was.
True. Yeah.
That was the route to take. I couldn't do it because I was too depressed. But just so we're clear, that was on my mind.
In which case, Ash took off. Not sure I used that correctly. Took off. And then Will messaged me. I got a 52 on on sneak. I'm following Ash.
What?
Okay. Well, it was really high. It was like 32. That was my chair.
What?
Okay. I would own up to a fart. I had one earlier. Did sound like a fart. I did not fart though. I will try to drum up one so you know what it sounds like, and you can compare it.
What?
Okay. Well, it was really high. It was like 32 because he did pass without trace.
Okay,
or
God's
something.
here then. Got it. Dude could literally
Yeah.
pass the God.
And you continued on to the bench. Where UFO came up as Groff.
Yes.
And then he's like, hey, what's up? Let's kill Loward. And you're like, no. And then after that session ended, was like, actually, I think I might do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing this. I got this plan, this character development plan. So when we come back, let's work something out. And I was like, okay. But at the same time, Cinder is about to kill this man. So when we came back, Cinder just plugs Groff up. If Groff died, I would have let it happen. For this reason, Jake, what would have happened if Groff died?
So me and Justin talked about this a little bit after, because after the session ended, he had asked me about it.
Behind the scenes. I texted him, would you have, because we talked about the character development so much, I texted him, would you have changed for the better if Groff died? Because I was like, holy shit, I can't believe that almost happened. And this is what he said. Groff died.
So me and Justin talked about this a little bit after, because after the session ended, he had asked me about it. If Groff died, there would have been no change. Ash would have just fucking murdered Loward. There would be no change into a good man, nothing. He just fucking, he would have just gone for it.
Yeah. In which case, we would have had to deal with that, which I would have had a lot. Would have had to deal with that, which. Do a little bit of stuttering here. Which, I would have had a lot of writing to do after that. But that's actually very interesting. Like, that's such a turn of events that would have let it happen because that's very interesting D&D podcasting.
Butterfly effect,
Yeah, literally.
But Ash came up in his vampire form. I struggled to struggled to describe that, but I edited it well. And Ash was like, "Yo, what's up? What's up, then?
Yeah.
Let him go." And Groff ran off. Which I think if insert Cinder plugging up Groff, son. Burp. Which I think if I didn't get to it, yeah, I'll describe it later. So he ran off. Which this next question is, you guys went back and it became awkward. Awkward.
Yes.
There's this romance in the air between Ash and Cinder. At least Nina was trying to make that happen. When did this end? Uh-oh, hearing a little background noise on me. Oh, I think that was my nephew. Sorry about my nephew during the finale episode. Man, I was so mad that day, and he gave me an attitude. Like, I ran out. There's gonna be a bloopers where I talk about it more than once, and I came out there during the end. And I was like, I literally told you twice already. I could hear you in the recording. He's like, well, I didn't. This dude's 10 years old. Give me an attitude like that. Man, get out of here. When did this end?
What, me trying to help, or
I mean, just both. Like Ash not wanting Cinder and Nino realizing that this is probably bad.
well, I asked him. I still talked about it, and then he was like, "No, done with that." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
Like that was like right before we went into the church for the last fight. When I figured it out, but I mean, yeah, I'll let Jake say it, but I'm pretty sure I know when it ended.
Jake's mic got a lot better recently. I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah, it was. There was two big moments. So obviously, the first one was when he saw her attempt to murder Groff horribly, and there was that real level of like distrust and like fuck off vibe. And then the second time, obviously, is his change of belief, and she's a very
Didn't need that.
intimidating fire woman, which he would like to not be an intimidating fireman anymore. So that was the real ending of it. The first time where it started to break off was that initial the whole Groff thing.
Yeah. Now I have to wingman for Cinder.
Just to complete the circle. I hope I didn't just say this a month ago.
Cinder.
That's good.
That's the next goal.
And then the next day.
That's the next goal.
And then the next day, there's that ceremony with Johan trying to put that paper flower on Nino's neck. I didn't get to it, but there is a few pages of Faultier backstory that I wanted to concisely put into this journal thing that he gave you. But he mentioned that I wanted to concisely put into this journal thing that he gave you. But he meant. Like, part of the backstory, I'll just say it for lore reasons, is that he put something on your neck so that, like this rune, because he knew that Johan would go for this, to, do that, in which the paper flowers would have, suck the power from whoever has it, in which he was using you. power back all up in you, and then just take it from you.
It's just
Just trying to make some lore that makes sense, you know? Some podcasts just... I'm not gonna rail on any. Some DMs just dive into things without thinking of why. That's all I'll say from you.
it's just every single fucking thing you say about him is just a
Yeah.
shit. Like, it's every fucking time.
He was not a good guy.
No, yeah, he was fucked up.
I'm surprised you guys trusted him so much
No,
at that
I'm talking
point.
about Johan. I'm talking about Johan. I'm talking about fucking Fault here. Fucking thing you say about him is just a
Yeah.
shit. Like, it's every fucking time.
He was not a good guy.
No, yeah, he was fucked up.
I'm surprised you guys trusted him so much
No,
at that
I'm
point.
talking about Johan. I'm talking about
guess I
fucking
misheard
Fault
him.
here.
Oh, I misheard him. Oh, it makes you bummed out that he
It
was
bums
looking
you
out
out,
for you.
man. He even did the fucking thing like fucking Itachi with Sasuke and the fucking Sharingan, man. It's the same fucking thing.
Okay, obviously that was inspired by that. Obviously. I wish it hadn't been so on the nose. If you didn't watch Naruto, it would have been really cool. Good moment. He was going to do Finger of Death on him like he did to Kota, which I'm gonna look up. I know that what's his face? Wow, why am I forgetting his name? Nino had like 50 health. Finger of Death, 5e. At least if he did like an Arcana check, that's what he would have seen. 78 plus 30. All right. Roll 78. 30. So we're done 60 damage. Which would have effectively killed Nino. I don't think I've gotten a single viewer this whole time. Nexus was here last time, and that made me feel good about this. But I'm doing this for the love of the game now, so... Here we go. Definitely inspired.
Amaterasu in him.
Yeah.
Like he was like, yeah. Itachi put the Amaterasu in you, so like when I looked at you, it was boom.
Yeah.
So
Some Naruto lore for you. Spoilers. I don't know if anybody's making their way through Shippuden and did not get to that halfway point.
boom.
Yeah.
So the same shit. Like, what the hell?
That was unintentional, but yeah.
I just created Itachi 2.0, and this is bullshit.
And so... And so that led to the ceremony where you try to figure out where Sacred Ground is, and they weren't giving you any pull. Speaking of which, the point that I was trying to get across is that something was just completely taken from there. Like, there was no lore. Like, there was no... The reason why there is no, blessed feelings because it was in another dimension. Yeah.
Which is, and I felt it when I went. And I felt it when I went to the other dimension. I don't know if you said it though.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure you said it.
But anyway, at this point, Ash became Detective Ash as he ran around the city. I edited it out because he just hit a bunch of dead ends.
Yes.
Until he went to that bartender, the flat earther bartender,
Yes.
who mentioned the bandits in which you took off. Towards the bandits. How like, what was your plan to go to the band? Did you go to talk to them? Because as far as you know, they were going to just take your stuff. If I had this question written down, which I don't remember if I do, what a natural way of speaking that question. How was your plan? Myself on the back there. Because as far as you know, they were going to just take your stuff.
Yeah, it was kind of just like, well, I just hope it goes well and we can have a nice, pleasant conversation. And, you know, I kind of obviously didn't really think that through. Ash was just in a rush because basically he knew Nino and Cinder would probably especially Cinder, probably come looking for him eventually. So he was just very much in a rush, being like, I just need to get this shit done so I can just get out of here.
Yeah. Definitely Cinder.
Yes.
And at this point, simultaneously, almost at the end, Nino was at the ceremony and all this was going on. Everybody in the crowd and whatever, and he was just remaining blank faced, and he did not see Ash or Cinder, and he was just basically utterly alone at that point. And I guess Cinder, I could have edited that out just to make it feel a little more
Lonely.
Yeah. But I was like, I didn't want to do that to Will. Word up, Will. Got your back. I didn't want to do that to Will. No, so, was Nino trying to remain hopeful despite Ash and Cinder? You could tell that I had this written down because you heard me look down the notes. Sometimes, people, you could hear me look down at notes if you pay close attention. It would be better to have it on the screen, but I write all my notes at work on a yellow sheet of paper. Was Nino trying to remain hopeful despite Ash and Cinder being really weird and just leaving him alone and junk like that?
So I don't know. I'd like to say that like my character was obviously sketched out, but at the same time there was like a faint thought that like he was like, maybe they're already doing stuff and not telling me. Like as if they were already hooking up.
That's funny. That's hopeful.
That's true, because at that point you thought there were still.
Because you were both acting really weird, and then I was like, maybe it didn't work out. Like,
I have no idea what that thing is. Those things that I know he uses his phone, but I don't know what causes that specific sound where it goes like whenever Jake talks sometimes. You gotta get Jake a mic. I doubt it's gonna happen before the podcast ends. Hashtag get Jake a mic. Everybody flood his non-existent social medias. Email the20effectpod@gmail.com. Just flood that email with support for Jake getting a mic. And one day, Jake will get a mic far after he needs one.
Like maybe they were bad at it. I don't know.
That's fair.
It's a lot of thoughts, but Ash disappearing a lot made me very made me. It's a lot of thoughts, but Ash disappearing a lot made me very made me start thinking less about them both together and more like what the fuck is going on with Ash.
Which makes sense, yeah.
Because normally you're like, we're like glued together.
Right.
And then during this arc, you like disappeared on me, which is
even,
not like you at all.
Even in the start of the arc, he was all royal advisor, and so it was just like a complete 180.
Yeah. That's why I was like, That's why I was like, something was going on, and he knew it. But at the same time, it's not like he deals with people that have shit going on. Like for most of his life, he was alone.
Mm.
See people getting on Valheim. Is that any good? I know no one's gonna reply to me because I have 0 viewers, but maybe somebody will watch this goddamn stream on was it VOD clip, whatever, and be like, "Hey, tick tick tick, Valheim's actually pretty good." I used to like DayZ when it first came out. I mean, a lot of people did, obviously, but then Battle Royales became a thing and kind of streamlined what made DayZ so good, for me at least. And if you're a person that goes, "What? You just like killed people?" It's like, no, sort of. When I played with my friend Gage, we would kill anybody on sight. But when I was by myself, I liked, you know, being a man of the people and just befriending people. One time we we were pretty kidded, and I had to log off to go pick up my girlfriend, and this random guy came up to us and was like, "Hey man, my this is really bad. This is gonna make me look bad." But he was like, "Hey man, I have a clan on the server, and they just killed me. They're pulling a prank on me, so I just need help to get to a certain place that takes like half an hour to get to." But I had to get off in like 5 minutes. So on private chat on like Discord or whatever, me and Gage were talking like, what do we do? What do we do? And in the game, we were just kind of silently staring at him with our guns drawn. He's like, guys. And I would just talk, and Gage would be like, I'm gonna kill him, I'm gonna kill him. I was like, I don't want to do that to him. Time kept ticking, and I had to go. So there's a bunch of zombies, and Gage was like, if you're gonna do it now. And I took aim with my pistol. One shot him in the brain. That's all it took. And I could have attributed that to zombies. I hope you didn't feel too bad. If you manage to see this someday, guy, I'm sorry. There might be a lot of DayZ encounters, to be fair. Anyway, I'm 11 minutes in. I gotta really... this taskbar. Well, not taskbar, scroll bar.
Going on, like for most of his life, he was alone.
Mm.
So it's not like he knew what to do.
Speaking of which, I didn't have this written down, but you know how many things I had to edit out of you, Brian? Contradicting your backstory. Like sometimes you would say, I can't think of anything on the top of my head, but you would say something that in like episode 5, like it wouldn't mix together, so I had to edit it out.
Probably. I mean, and I have like a straight idea of it, and then like anything else that comes up ends up jumbling it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like I'm supposed to
I
have
don't
been
blame you.
isolated away from society, yet my character knows shit about society.
Yeah.
And then sometimes he doesn't. Like it's confusing, and it's difficult for me to keep playing that.
But I managed to line it all up, so now we have something to look back on. This is your
It's
backstory.
lore friendly.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's fine. Right? I've been fine. Right? I've been my character for the most part has been alone, aside from like the fact that like I was with all them people, and then
Voltaire and
yeah,
Howard.
yeah. So that's the concept that.
Oh, somebody's playing a game.
Yeah,
Howard.
yeah. So that's the concept that I have in at the moment.
And so, oops, really spoke over him, huh?
The moment.
And so, whoops. Sorry, were you saying something? Oh, okay. I did acknowledge him.
No, I was just gonna trail and then find something to say. But
Oh.
no, it's better that you
Okay. And so Ash is following these bandits, and Nat 1.
moment.
And so Ash is following these bandits and Nat 1s and falls in between them. And I was struggling to. The bandits were like, we're going to kill you. And Ash is like, no, wait. But what about. And I had to, like, because of, storytelling, I had to, like, dance around the fact that they were actually on his side somewhat.
Yeah.
I'm split between giving the episode title to either Zach or Nelson. Part of me wants to do Nelson again just to keep with tradition, but I guess we'll find
they
out.
were actually on his
I haven't been
side
writing down
somewhat.
any episode titles.
Yes, it was a very very nerve-wracking discussion because I genuinely thought that Ash was like, that was it. I was like, ah, fuck. That. Yeah.
String you up.
Yeah.
And then we go back to the ceremony where Cinder has helped the bandits in this way, the rebels, and they're all trying to kill you, So where I'll insert me talking about it with Will. Typo. Doesn't matter. And they're all trying to kill you, And then, you win, obviously. And you follow that paper bird that Cinder had over to Jake, Ash.
Yes.
Where you end up at that cave. And, the whole backstory of Lowered. At that cave, and the whole backstory of Lowered is explained. And that's pretty much it. Well, until
a bitch blows
Peg
up.
Tries to leave, and Nino is so sure that is explained.
A bitch blows up.
Tries to leave, and Nino is so
a bitch blows
Peg
up.
Tries to leave, and Nino is so sure that, like, in the beginning of the episode, Nino's like, Peg, you gotta get out of here, some bad shit's happening. And Peg's like, no, I'm good, I love the king. And you're like, oh man, Peg is gonna die because of me. Should I compress my audio? Because I keep mumbling. That's what I get for not having Monster. I'm replying to the Discord. What? It's still up? They're like, no, it's too late. Let me see. Oh, whoops. Dead link, eh? Alright, let me get the link again. Did I not go live? Yes, I did. I've been live for a while, haven't I? Oh no. I feel like an idiot if I have not been streaming this entire time. How I am streaming. Oh god. It says stream is offline. You're telling me